For this video, as you can see, I'm not in my garage, I'm not in the old studio. It's very, very cold. That's why I've got a hoodie on and a hat on in my own office. I work from home, so I'm not going to have the heated on 24/7 because that would just cost too much. Anyway, enough about that. What this video is today, it's a bit of a throwback. It's the story of one of my previous pieces of art. So this video is all about a penny mosaic of the Queen. Now, I don't have any strong opinions either way about the royal family, the monarchy. This isn't a statement of my support for the sovereign family or the head of state in this country or anything like that. I think she's all right. I think she does a good job. Don't take this as like a political stance. The reason that I made a coin mosaic of the Queen is because she is on the coins. It wouldn't make sense to do a coin mosaic of Barry from EastEnders, or nor would it make sense to do a coin mosaic of... So I've got to admit that it's not an original idea. It's not something that I kind of invented myself. I'm sure you've seen people using pennies, 1 cent, 1 pence. In my case, it was the 1 pence piece, and I used £20 worth of them. So it's not going to break the bank. So yeah, I got the idea from seeing a few different examples online. I think the one that I saw was Abraham Lincoln, made out of 1 cents, 1 pennies. I don't think at the time I didn't see a Queen one, so I thought, well, I'll just do the UK equivalent. I suppose I did a bit of research. I did a bit of research on how I should go about it, the materials I should use besides pennies, and I settled on MDF for the backing. I can't remember what glue I used, but I obviously decided that one glue was going to do the job better than some others. But importantly, to seal everything in, I used epoxy resin. The epoxy resin, the glue, and the MDF were very, very easy to come by. What's actually not that easy to come by are pennies. I have this image in my head of like banks having a vault at the back with hundreds of thousands of pennies, hundreds of thousands of £5 notes, hundreds of thousands of everything, and it's just not the case. They have drawers in front of them. They either have pennies in or they don't. I suppose pennies aren't that important. I must have been to 7 or 8 different banks across multiple different days. I was living in London at the time, so it wasn't too bad because they were quite close together. I didn't have to travel too far to find another bank. But the first time I went into a bank holding a £20 note, thinking that I'd get everything done in one go, I think I walked out with 200 pennies. Also, it wasn't just a case of getting, the first 2,000 pennies that I could find. The most important thing about the pennies is I had to have enough dark ones, I had to have enough light ones, I had to have enough in-between ones. I was going to split them into 8 different shades and work from that and basically treat them as different shades of black to white, different shades of grey. You're not just going to get enough of each shade from 2,000 pennies. So I say 7 or 8 banks. It was probably more than 10 that I went to in the end. But yeah, eventually it got finished and I was quite happy with it. It took a long time. It took a lot of painstaking separation of the coins. That was the hardest bit, actually, sorting them out into 8 different shades. Deciding on where they went was quite easy because I used a reference image, and then it became technical rather than artistic. It's almost like I followed a formula. It got a bit of attention. The Royal Mint saw it. So the Royal Mint are the guys who make the coins and the notes in this country. They put it on their social media. That was nice. I actually sent a photograph of it to the Queen, seeing if she wanted it, see if she'd hang it up over a fireplace at Buckingham Palace. I actually got a response. It was from her lady in waiting, which I think is like a mate who hangs around with her. It's like a personal assistant, but I think they're quite pally. It's as good as getting a response from the Queen. I've officially had correspondence from the Queen, so that's quite cool. Anyway, this led to the attention of someone who got in touch with me. I won't go into too much detail. Someone got in touch with me from the Middle East, said that he really liked it and that he wanted to commission me to make a version of it for his friend who lived in Beverly Hills in California. Quite excited about that. I believe the image was of his mother, so he wanted me to make his friend's mother out of 1 pence coins and send it over to a location in Beverly Hills. I know that Beverly Hills is a prestigious zip code, but it was to a prestigious address within this prestigious neighborhood. But I won't go into any more detail than that. I just know that a piece of art that I created is hanging on the walls of this prestigious address, this prestigious location on the west coast of America. I made this commissioned 1 pence mosaic of this guy's friend's mother, and I shipped it off. I didn't know anything about shipping 1 meter high mosaics made out of coins, because this is heavy as well, 20 kilos. It's quite a thick MDF board. I didn't actually charge him for delivery. I named a price, he agreed, and then I thought, oh yeah, it won't be too much to deliver it. It is quite expensive to deliver something of that size around the world, because you've got to think about packaging, which I didn't. I sent it in wrapped in cardboard, and I got a message from the courier that I went through saying your package is split in half. We'll refund the price you paid, but you weren't insured because you're a cheap person. So I had to get in touch with this guy and say, look, I'm really, really sorry. I'm gonna have to make you another one. He was cool about it. He was really cool about it, and I did. I did the whole trip to the bank again, so 3 times now to make the Queen, to make the first one, and then the replacement one. 3 lots of visiting 10, 12 banks to get enough coins to create this mosaic. Because this is the same size, it's 1 metre high, 2,000 coins as well. I said, look, I'm not going to charge you any more money. Obviously, why would I be charging you any more money to ship it in a crate safely to Beverly Hills? Anyway, it pretty much cancelled out any money that I made from it. It wasn't about the money anyway. It was, I've sold art internationally, that's pretty cool. And that's another reason why I've started this channel, is to just kind of document everything, to show people, to show myself, just to kind of have a portfolio out there, and also, one day to show my son. But as for the Queen mosaic, that is still in my garage. Here it is. I've never sold it. If you are interested in buying this, I now know how to ship it. Email me, comment below. So yeah, it's not a normal video. I've not done any new artwork for this video, but I just wanted to add this to my channel. The Queen mosaic that the Queen has seen, the Royal Mint has posted about. Hopefully there's some of my artwork hanging up in a street that's named after a pastime involving bulls that Americans like to do. That's the story of the Queen mosaic. Yeah, so if you like my rambling stories, there's more to come. There's more things that I've done that I want to kind of tell this channel about. Comment below. If you thought that was a boring story, comment below. If you thought it was an interesting story, comment below. Subscribe, please, and like this video, because, it's nice every time I see that number go up. I think it's at 44 at the minute, subscribers. Anyway, bye.